Welcome back to Dubsy Bricks for another episode of Building Gotham City in Lego, and in this episode we're going to continue to work on the flat iron building here. And one of the first things I'm going to do is extend the size of the base here just by a couple of studs in both directions, and then that's going to enable me to do a lot more details on the walls here. I feel like they need to stick out by one brick, and I'm probably going to need to do that on both sides. And whereas on this side it's flush with there's no way I could do so. So first of all, we're going to just amend that, and then I'm going to start working on the window sections here. And I'll be experimenting still with more different techniques as opposed to just these ones down here, but also changing the window colours over to white and seeing how that looks. So anyway, that's enough talking. Let's get building. The base has been amended, so this is now 2 studs wide this direction. I haven't extended it this way yet, not sure whether it needs it or not. It's an easy fix if I need to do so. And as you can see, I've started the wall section on here, and I'm going for the dark tan masonry bricks and the modified 1x2 light tan plates on the front there. The masonry bricks wall that was previously flush with this section just here is now stepped back by a brick, and then I build the windows into that so they're behind the arches. Just feel like it's going to give it a better look. Did experiment with numerous different techniques, and I feel that this is possibly the way to go forward with that. So I'm just going to build up this base floor and check to see how it looks. A little bit of progress has been made on the building here. We started to put some of the finer details in, such as these wedge plates with a tile just over the top of that. And I'm really liking the combination of the dark tan and the light tan. And I've changed over the windows to white, as you can see on there. What I'm going to do now is build the next section up on here. So it'll be very similar in design to this, and just see how that looks. This section just here where the snot bricks are, there will be a tile going all the way along that there, and then a 2 wide plate can fit on top of that, and then I'll be able to tile on top of it with some extra little details on there. And the same with the door frame. Again, I can tile that off and put a lot more intricate detail on that part. So we're going to carry on building up on the top here and also work out what we're going to do on the end. And here we have the second section pretty much finished, or as far as I can go with the parts I have. Need to order in a load of the window pieces to go here. Not sure whether to change this one at the bottom. I've got 2 of the 3 high ones here, whereas every other window's a 3 and a 2 high. So not sure about that. And again, I'm not 100% certain what I'm going to do with the window in the middle there. Next up, I need to put a row plate all the way around the top here, tile it off, and then do another floor to go on here. And then we can build the next section up and keep doing that. So yeah, let's get the plates out, get the tiles out, and get that part done. And that's 2 more floor panels all made up. I've run out of the tan wedge plates there, so I've had to just use the grey ones. Be easy enough to swap them over afterwards. And the same down on the ends, just need to find out the correct colour for that. But it's good to have 2 more of these all made up. And again, they're 3 plates in thickness, just they're nice and sturdy. On the top of the floor here, I've had to put a couple of the hinge pieces with a plate between it, and that's just to stop the walls from moving. So it's going to help to keep for the building to keep its shape whilst the other floors are put on top. So what I need to do now is just tile off over the top of it, and then we get the next floor put on. I've started work on the third section of the new flat iron building, and I'm really struggling with how I want this to look. And as you can see, there are so many different designs going on here at the moment. I've put this tiled effect across the middle here, and it's just a 2x2 tile, which is inset with every other 2 studs, which I quite like the look of, and it just rests on top of this shelf area just here. However, the one thing I'm not sure about is what colour I want this all to be. Originally, I thought dark tan was the way forward. However, there's something about it just looks a little bit too chaotic. And I've experimented with numerous different techniques on the top here, whether or not I just go for pillars all the way up the top there. There would be a plate in there. I just wanted to see what it's like without the arches. Again, I had arches on here. I've tried it with the masonry bricks or the modified bricks in the gaps. I've tried just doing smooth bricks all the way. I've tried this effect here. And it is just a case of trying to work out what's going to look better. And I am beginning to feel that it might be better not to have the arches in here. But I'm also wondering what it's going to be looking like if I did it in just purely light tan and just had the odd splash, whether it's just like the odd line of dark tan across the building. So I'm going to just carry on experimenting with this a little bit more, but it is certainly taking a lot longer to get the look of this building how I want it to be. By now I was anticipating being sort of like up here on possibly the 5th floor. However, as you can see, due to the decision making, we're still here. Anyway, I'm just going to turn my attentions back to building this floor up, and I think I might do the next floor up as well. Just do it all in the light tan and then see what I think of it. The good thing is with the part that I'm changing is these sections here just pull off, so it's not that big a deal. It is quite an easy change, and even all of these sections here, they are just clipped on, so again I can pull them off and change the facade of it. Anyway, let's get back to building those floors up, and then we can concentrate on what colour and what style we go for. And here is the latest version of the top floor here, and I think I'm actually preferring the look of this. I've reduced the number of modified plates on the actual sections just here, put the 3 of them on the side, then gone for the modified bricks down the centre there, which will be like the feature part around the main windows going down. And I'm thinking I'm actually preferring the look of that. So I'm just going to carry on doing that on the next part up. So I need to plate this section off, put some more bricks on, do that, and then we'll have the floor above that, and just see how that comes out. But what I might do is keep the bottom 2 levels here on this colour and then change over to that one. So let's carry on building and we'll see what it looks like. I'm just working on the front section just around here, and I've decided I'm going to change this part down here. At the moment I've got it as the 2-tone of the light tan and the dark tan, and I think it's going to look a lot better if I just continue the dark tan around there and then have the transition to the light tan at the top for the next 4 sections. So I'm just going to dismantle this, change it over to the dark, and then I'll be able to carry on going up and just see how that looks. So let's get those changes made. And here we have the revised front section on here. So I've just put the little gold 1x1 circular plates in the gaps here just to give it a little bit more detail, and it also helps transition it around the corner here, as this bit here is 3 studs wide, whereas every other part is 2. Now that I know I'm happy with this, I'm going to put the next floor on top of there and build another double section of this. So at the moment I'm just doing it that each of these is equivalent to 2 floors. However, there isn't the floor part in there at this moment in time. It is something I could quite easily change up at a later stage if I wish to do so, but obviously it is very part intensive. So let's just want to get the building up to start with to make the city start to look a little bit more like a city. So let's carry on building up, and I'll check back in once we've got the next section complete. flat iron building, and really pleased with how this is looking and how it's coming on. Not sure what I'm going to do around this bottom section here. I might do it so it's actually like on a waterfront. I think that might work quite well, but it does mean I'm going to have to rearrange the other buildings around the back there so it looks all in place with everything else. The other thing I need to work out is what I'm going to be putting around on this side, due to the angle technique, there is a very ugly section on the 2 floor parts that have been put in there, so I just need to work out what I'm going to do with that. But I'm sure there'll be some I can put over. I could change a couple of these to modified bricks and then put like a billboard going down on the wall, which I think might look quite good. And again, with this section here, just need to work out how to cover that over. It should be easy enough to do. It's just the brackets, or the hinges, sorry, I need to cover over. But again, that's something I think I've worked out a way that I can get around that. Need to fit a fire escape in as well on the back side of it. If I just rotate it, as you can see again, there are a lot of bricks missing, especially the arches down the bottom. But all in all, really pleased with how this building has turned out so far. The roof section, it will be a flat roof on there. However, I do want to have it so there's a lot of details on the top, and I'll probably go for a similar sort of design as what we've got on the top of the fire station here. But yeah, there it is. Anyway, that's all we got time for. I hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, please give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And if you know anybody else that'd be interested in this Gotham City build, please share it with them. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Bye for now.